I want to welcome you all to M-Enabling Australasia 2013, the first conference of its kind ever held in the Southern Hemisphere. ACCAN and Telstra are pleased that as partners we've been able to bring this event to Australia. We have a fantastic program of speakers over the next 2 days, and there'll undoubtedly be exciting ideas shared and debated.
In Australia, we now have the foundations coming together that can enable us to build a more equal future, the future many of us have envisioned for a long time. Technological advances, recognition by government, implementation of changes by policymakers, and a growing understanding by the supply side of the needs of real people all continue to ensure that the possibility of an M-enabled society is finally within reach for many people.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, the speakers are inspiring and sort of challenging, and it's really good to hear what's happening, say, in other parts of the world, not just here as well. So yeah, it's really great. I'm really enjoying it.
It's certainly not pitched above. I thought it might be pitched above what for me, but I'm following it and I'm enjoying it.
It's been fab. It's been a lovely day. This is a great venue, and we've been here for 3 hours, 4 hours. Come away with so much kind of food for thought. We're constantly kind of chatting with each other, going, "Oh, we must do that," and what about that? So yeah, it's been great.
A vast variety of people speaking, different topics, different backgrounds that are of interest to me and the disability sector. There's a lot of things I'm learning. I'm building up a lot of questions to ask later on.
There's such a good cross-section of speakers and a lot of issues are being raised, and it's good audience participation, and I look forward to tomorrow as well.
It's really interesting. To hear about different angles on it.
Access is important because everyone requires communication, whether it's communication between two people or using assistive technology or telecommunications.
They can change their lives, so they can become independent. I've got students who left school when they were in year 9 or 10 and stayed home and never go out, and now they're starting to go out. They're starting to broaden their horizon. They're starting to change their lives and wanting to access the whole community. So, yeah, access is really important.
So you're part of the community, so you can be involved in the community. In your community. All over the world.
A lot of the sorts of things that they're talking about, accessibility, affordability and so on, we've been talking about for decades. So we still need to keep restating the message, to the policymakers, to the politicians, to the service providers, to try and get these things done.
My name's Peter Apostolopoulos. I'm from a company called M-Care Watch. This is the SOS mobile watch. Our device is all about independence and mobility. So the actual individual can actually go out but still have the capability of sending an SOS duress signal to a carer. It also has the ability for carers to send commands to the watch to track an individual and also open up a two-way communication without them having to press a button. So it's all about remote caregiving, and that's what we're all about.
I'm Andrew Dowling. I'm co-founder and CEO of Tapestry. We're an Australian Sydney-based startup with a product aimed at helping seniors stay connected to their families and the communities in which they live. Tapestry combines a very, very simple tablet application for seniors that lets them connect with their family members without needing to worry about things like security, privacy and simplicity. The idea is that we're bringing together technology and making it simple, but bringing family into each aspect of the service.
Hi, my name is Colin Allen and I work with the Deaf Society of New South Wales. Translation service is a service that provides deaf people access in their own native language, which is Australian Sign Language or Auslan, which means that they can then access websites, videos and other things like that in their own native language. The Deaf Society of New South Wales provides a translation service to make sure the information that is out there can be accessible for deaf people, to bring us up into equal standard and in terms of access in the community.
So my name's Jodie and I'm from the Australian Communication Exchange. We're here just to talk about the Open My Access suite. We've got a suite of accessible smartphone apps. We've got Open My Tours, which is all about creating access to museums and art galleries for people who are deaf or hearing impaired. So all about overcoming that audio barrier. You simply download the content before you go to the museum and can access that information in either Auslan captions or audio and captions as well. Our main vision is to create access to communication for everyone.
Okay, well my name is Jeremy Way and I'm the General Manager of Genie Mobile. We have developed this technology specifically to meet individual needs, whether they require additional support because they happen to be living with a disability or because they're becoming increasingly frail. Everyone is an individual and this technology treats everyone as an individual. So Adrian, would you like to just demonstrate how you use the system and how we've tailored it for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Adrian again. I've got the demonstrator on the video and that's showing how I operate the phone. Yeah.
Adrian can answer the phone automatically by just waving his hand over the sensor. Okay. This gives you an example of how the technology can be tailored specifically to meet a person's individual needs.
Good morning, everyone. It's a fantastic opportunity to be here this morning to address you at the first M-Enabling conference in the Southern Hemisphere.
My name is Axel Leblois and I'm the founder and president of G3 ICT, the global initiative for inclusive ICTs. A year ago, ACCAN asked us if we could actually come south. So we said, sure, we'll be delighted to go to Australia, which actually is one of those markets where a lot of the early adopters show the path for innovation in technology. So we are very happy to be here in Sydney. As it should be, most important stakeholders are participating and actively actually promoting new ideas. You have here organizations of persons with disabilities, you have application developers, mobile service providers, handset manufacturers, government representatives. So essentially all the ingredients for the mobile accessibility ecosystem to be very effective. I see always Australia at the leading edge of innovation, and so I think that this conference here demonstrates the fact that in Australia, in the field of accessibility for mobile phones, there again, there is a potential for Australia to lead the way.
I'm Wayne Hawkins, the Disability Policy Advisor with ACCAN, the Australian Communications Consumer Action Network. And I think today's really shown us the interest in this conference and in the idea of accessibility and the power of mobile technology just by the number of people that have attended. We've got over 270 registrations for the conference, which is great. The idea that we can have a senator come and do a presentation in the middle of an election campaign, really speaks to the power of what we're doing here today. And as I said, there's been so much really great feedback from the delegates that have been participating and discussion about, how fantastic it is to have these really influential thought leaders from the international guests that we have here, Axel, Leblois and Peltz-Strauss, come in and share their knowledge and experience of what they've done overseas. It's been a fantastic success. I'm very, very happy and very excited. I expect by the end of tomorrow to be exhausted but completely invigorated and energized by the whole 2 days. It'll be great.